you're in the top 20 of the top 20, you know, you should be really crushing it. And you know, if you look at the and again, it's a I don't want to be critical of the UFC, but I think it's a very legitimate point. And I'm a massive UFC fan. I love the organization. I love the executives, and I really mean that. But I just think it's something that needs to be looked at, and maybe they're looking at it hard. You know, obviously the new Paramount deal just happened. It's not like I don't think they're getting stroked a check that day or something. But I would love to see it as a fan. I would love to see the athletes being compensated more. And I'm not just saying that because I know a lot of UFC fighters now, but it's looking at the data. You know, it seems like there's lots of room for improvement, and I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, and my only thing is I don't know the ins and outs of this in terms of like the revenue split. But based on all the articles, the findings, and everything that I've seen, it seems like it was somewhere between 12 to 16%
for the athletes.
For the athletes. So then, when you look at it like that, it makes you wonder, like, come on, like, there's room to be a little bit more fair here. Even if it was closer to 25, I think guys are still going to complain, but it's a lot better where guys can actually make this a sustainable career, at least in the early beginnings, so that they could potentially get a chance to see if they could actually make the big break and get to one of those big paydays or get to a big fight, become a champion. We all got into this fight. Yeah, there's money, but we all want to be the UFC champion.
Mm-hmm.
No other you don't ever hear a fighter go and say, I want to be the champion of this organization. Mm-hmm. They all say, one day I want to be a UFC champion.
Right.
And then when you get there, you're hoping that you're going to get the accolades and everything that comes with it, all the perks, I should say. And I just think when you're challenging for a belt, like, I don't think you should be making more than the champion, but I also think when you are the champion, I think a reasonable start is at least $1 million. And I think that's more than fair. I mean, I probably didn't make that till my third title defense, and it was just shy of $1 million. But including the pay-per-view, I was able to make a little bit over that, right? So I don't know. It's a really tough situation, but I think just based on the numbers, I think that's where us fighters are looking at it. And of course, Ben, I don't even know his name, Ben something, Connor Ben.
Yeah, I'd never even heard his name before. 15 million.
Yeah, like that doesn't help.
Yeah.
When guys see that and it's like, yo, dude, I've been busting my ass, and this guy just comes in and Zuffa Boxing and just got here yesterday.
Well, and the other thing is you put that guy, and again, I respect to him. I don't know him. He kicked my ass for sure. But you put him in a room.
His dad was like very popular or something.
Okay.
Like
we put that guy in a room in the same weight class with a UFC fighter. He's not coming out. You know, the UFC fighter is going to win 5+ of the time. Yeah. You know, so it's like you're a better athlete, you're a higher level combatant, and you're getting paid less. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, again, even for me, it just comes down to what is the unique difference. And I don't want to hear they've been around. No, what avenue is generating that money? Is it illegal money that's being laundered? I really don't know.
Yeah.
But because, again, when you just look at the format, we all make money through the same avenues. So you got a streaming provider, you had ESPN, you had Fox, you have now Paramount. They've paid you out for the deal, whatever, X amount of years. Okay, so now where's the rest of this revenue coming from that's allowing you to provide $15 million to this boxer that's okay, well known overseas, but in the U.S. market, it's kind of like, well, who the hell is that guy? We now know who he is because of this whole thing.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I'm just still curious to know how these boxers in general can generate or command that type of top dollar, top billing. You hear a guy making $100 million for a boxing fight, and you're just like, hey, I'm not mad at I'm not hating the player.
Sure.
I'm not hating the game either. I'm just trying to figure out how do we change our game to the same game.
Yeah.
That's it. Because you're gonna pay me $100 million to fight. I'm gonna fight as many times as I can.
Absolutely.
And I would like to get a yacht and a freaking my own private jet. Like, do my own hard work. I'm willing to do that.
Right.
You know, so it's not like
Clearly.
I'm just get paid for no reason. Like these other athletes in these other sports, they get paid millions for these big fat contracts, and good for them. It's just, you know, it's just one of those things. But those guys are the ones coming to watch us compete, which. I don't know. What does that tell you?
Yeah.